Rust does iterators and arrays a little bit differently from how Python and a lot of other languages do. Because Rust is a strictly typed language, they have to handle list types a little bit differently. You have to be very, very explicit with which type of list we're talking about, and you have to define your lists in a very specific way. Today we're going to talk about iterators in Rust and specifically the filter function within Rust. So if we look here, we've got a list of strings. Now, these are string literals, which Rust treats a little bit differently from a lot of other languages. So string literals are literally defined within the code as static strings. So we've got like this video, please. So we've got 4 strings within an array. So Rust considers items at this point in time an array. What we're going to build is a vector from that. And in order to do that, we're going to have to convert it first into an iterator. Then we're going to filter some items out according to a specific criteria that we set. And then we're going to collect that into a vector of string literals. So let's look over here at even number. Basically what we're trying to do here is we are trying to only filter out the words within items that have an even number of characters in them. So if we look right here, we are passing filter, which is a function that will only give you items that meet a specific criteria that's set within this closure function right here. So this is going to filter out only the items whose length divided by 2 gives us a 0 remainder, which is that modulo operator here. Basically what this is saying is after we divide the length of this individual item by 2, we should have a 0 remainder. If we've got a word like R, A-R-E, that is 3 letters long, dividing it by 2, we will get a 1 remainder. The remainder will be 1, so that will not be returned into our vector here. And we're going to use the collect function to take all of the items that we've iterated over and returned and collect them into this string vector here. So if we go ahead and run this before I explain it anymore, let's go down to our terminal and let's do cargo run. So if we get run, we get even number of letters like L-I-K-E, that checks out, T-H-I-S, blah, blah, blah. Now we can change this to anything that we want. Basically right here, all we're doing is we are iterating within this iterator that we're creating here. We are iterating over each and every item within this array, and we are returning that item if and only if it meets our criteria. So we could literally do if item.length is, let's do greater than 3. And get rid of this equals 0. And obviously our output is going to be wrong here, but we'll get even number of letters like this in video, but not please. So we can make this, as complicated as we want. We could even do item.contains, and let's just say the letter K. So this is going to only return the words that contain the letter K in them. So cargo run, and all we get is like. So this filter is literally doing exactly, it's a great name for the function. It's filtering out items according to what specific criteria you create within that closure. This into iter right here is taking our array and converting it into an iterator. That iterator has special functions that are specifically designed for things like filtering. We're going to do another video on maps here in a bit. Things that you want to do as you're iterating over that list of items. And then you can also create an iterator to loop over those items and print them out. So that's pretty much all iterators are. It is a way of taking a list and converting it into something that we can iterate over in order to do something with the individual items within it. That's about it for today. It's a fairly simple kind of video here on Rust, but I think it's pretty important to kind of build up foundations that we're going to build on over time to talk about more complex subjects. Take it easy. Peace.